Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. And in this video, and it's a rabbit trail, but a small one, I want to take a look at something that's come to my attention, and it involves UK politics, which I do not claim to be an expert on in any way, shape, or form. But chatter on alt media has it that when the Queen passed away publicly, that was the end of maritime law, which is interesting. And you may want to do a little research to see what the difference is between law of the land, common law, and maritime law. Whether or not that's true, it might be good to know that those are two very different type of legal proceedings. So just thought I'd throw that out there, because coupled with that, I found some interesting information, and I can show you via YouTube. So YouTube shouldn't mind that I show you something interesting about when the Queen passed away. There was a change to the oath of allegiance, and because they were going from having a queen to a king. Now, different alt media and prophetic people say that that process isn't ever going to be completely finalized for that switch. I think that would be fabulous if that's the case, but we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold. In the meantime, when that oath was changed, let me show you. If you go to YouTube and look at this video that was put out by CLC News for King Charles, and it's simply a compilation of different officials in the UK government swearing their allegiance. What's interesting, and cause for possibly my rabbit trail read today, is that they are swearing allegiance to King Charles. The current living person known as Charles is Charles III. They've all sworn an oath of office to King Charles, the original, it sounds like. Now, the interesting thing about King Charles, the original one back in the 16 or 1700s, is at the end of his reign, which lasted for 2.5 decades, about 24 years, I believe, he was executed. And briefly, the UK became a republic. So what I wanted to ask the cards, because we have so much going on in our world today, where we're getting shown in small, easily digestible bites, or just, partial reveals, so that people that are awake can see there's progress. People that are waking up aren't too overwhelmed by it. We've done a number of those about finances, and are there soft reveals going on? And over again, I get a yes. Well, what I want to ask is, with this oath of office that's being done by those Parliament and other officials in the UK to King Charles, is this a soft reveal for the UK that the possibility of being a republic is in their near future? So now, just in case, we have a lot of shadow governments going on in the world and things like that. Puppet governments or shadow. I mean, it's rare to find one that's actually truly being governed, openly by the people's choice. There are a couple of exceptions, but so I want to phrase this carefully, just in case it's already a behind the scenes done deal. Let's just ask the cards. With this revised oath of allegiance that so many officials took, was this a soft reveal to the UK that the possibility of publicly being a republic is in their near future timeline? Let's see what the cards have to say. So was that oath of allegiance taken by so many UK officials, which included allegiance to King Charles, a soft reveal that the chance to openly be part of a republic is a near future option for UK citizens? And is there other information the universe wants us to know? We have the Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Justice, the Empress, Six of Wands, and Two of Cups. So our question about was this a soft reveal is indicated with the Seven of Wands. Wands are actions, and these guys are moving swiftly. So we are in a time, as we know, of some swiftly moving events that are slowly becoming more evident to those that are awake and those that are in the process of waking up. Okay, now we're clarified here a little bit by the Knight of Cups. What I'm getting from this is that he's about trickery and deceit, and so what I'm getting is the Charles you folks see there in the UK is not the original Charles. There's some deceit going on about that, about many of the major players on the playing field there. Okay, we have a five here in the recent past, Five of Swords. Now, that's kind of interesting. This is a change of perspective card, a moment of truth card. It also shows a victory defeat going on. And one of the things I appreciate about this one is it's emphasizing that enemies were allowed to lay down their weapons and fall back. Okay, he's still got his eye on them. He's making sure they're keeping to their vow, but no undue bloodshed. So there has been some behind the scenes agreements being made, negotiations that went on, and people were allowed to walk away. Now, that doesn't mean they didn't still face justice and consequences, but no undue bloodshed. And that does seem to be a hallmark of the Alliance and the White Hats. They're always trying to minimize the impact on those around them of the steps they're taking to help our world to become the sovereign planet that it was meant to be. I love that the Justice card shows up here. It kind of reinforces this fact that my intuitive feeling here that Charles is not the original Charles that he's been dealt with. We've got justice front and center here in the present. So we have the Empress for the near future, and she is the epitome of maternal love and the divine feminine. We also have a victory card right by her with the Six of Wands. So the events that are happening that involved, they're closing up some loops here with players that are substitutes or being played by doubles. There is slowly some loop closing going on, and thank goodness for that. It's about time. And so what I'm getting is here with the agreement, here for the Two of Cups is an agreement card. It is entirely possible. It's definitely within the possibility for our UK in the current that they could become a republic again, that republic status that they had after the original first King Charles could again be theirs. Let's see what else the cards have to tell us. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is a card showing some generosity, and it's calculated. It's not, just he's not throwing everything he has available to him, but there's some generosity going on there. And we have some partial harvesting going on here with the plans and what have you. So they are going to be able to roll out part of what is planned to come out over time entirely. And with these pentacles, which are a sign, and we were asking about the country of England and possibly the UK, but definitely at least England. And pentacles refers to real things, gold, real estate, things like that that are tangible. So it's showing up here as, yeah, we're on the right track here with justice going on in the Empress. The Nine of Cups is, he's my 90% card. So we're 90% of the way there, guys. And where are we going? We're looking at our world in a new way. And so the UK definitely, let me be clear. England definitely has a chance to be a republic. And maybe as a republic, the entire UK would want to be part of that too. So it's not off the table. It's not off the table. I didn't get a hard yes on this, but definitely got lots of signs saying that things are changing. Justice is coming. We got the Empress for the future, so a brighter future for England, definitely. I love that no matter what current events I read about, the near future cards time and time and time again are showing a brighter future. So there's no doom and gloom happening here. It's showing possibly in the near past, things that have been dealt with. So it is high time for the changes that have happened quietly to roll out publicly. And like I said, to close some loops of storylines that so-and-so is still alive or still functioning in their legal capacity. We need to close those loops up and really deal with real live people in positions of power and authority. Or so say I. That's definitely Laura's view part of this video. Now, as always, do your own research, okay? Do your own reading. I show things that have caught my eye, that have interested me. We throw in the tarot partly because that keeps the hardcore censorship at bay a little bit, because tarot's kind of a woo thing, right? So blending that into what we talk about in my videos enables us to talk a little more freely about a wide range of topics that may, if we were a serious discussion show, not be allowed to happen. And as always, just for my protection and yours, videos that I make are for entertainment only. If they cause you to think or do a little reading or revise an opinion, that's great. But they are truly just for entertainment only. Now, speaking along that, I have plans to do another video today to put out, which is going more deeply woo than I usually go. So I thought I would put out a current events one, so that if, and I will, as I introduce my next video, I'll mention when those who might not want to watch it. If your lens doesn't accept this yet, or your worldview doesn't accept this, pass it up. And quite honestly, it'll be a topic that a couple of years ago I would have bypassed. So anyway, just thought I'd mention that. In the meantime, England, there is a reason that allegiance to King Charles was done rather than King Charles III. So you did have a soft reveal there. If you have eyes open and hearts open and are willing to entertain that concept, and then do a little on the ground push to create the changes that you want to have done. I know there's a big move there's a lot of active people that are talking about ending the monarchy and things like that. So if that's a philosophy that you also embrace, give them your support. Okay, and one final thing. I wanted to, before I close out this video, give you Laura's view of who in the truther community to listen to and who not to. I've avoided the topic. I'm not going to avoid it anymore. So here it is. Listen to, watch everyone. Everyone. I will never tell you not to listen to someone. I will never tell you not to watch someone. You watch, you listen. I've listened to everybody that's got any kind of a medium to large name in the truther community. And I kept what resonated with me. Some of them I became regulars of. Some of them I was fan for a while. And as my knowledge base grew, I thought, oh, no, I don't think they're right about this. So it's, you know, my list changes of who I listen to or who I spend my precious time on. Yours should too. Okay. So don't look for one voice you trust to tell you who else to trust. If you have any trust in me, and even if you don't, I think this is sound advice. Listen to everybody, but listen with your discernment in high gear and only keep what resonates with you and spend your energy wisely. If you listen to someone who seems to have some good intel and good truth to share, but you come away anxious or fearful from that, you may want to do them in small doses. That would only make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what I do. There's a couple people that like, oh man, okay, I got to brace myself for this one because I know I'm going to be feeling a little, obligated to be fearful or anxious at the end of it. So, okay, so today we we found out that there's, probably a soft reveal going on for England. And you finally heard from Laura's View who to listen to in the truther community. And that is everyone. That's it for this video. Thank you so much. Your time is precious, and I do appreciate that you chose to spend some of it with me. Until next time, be well. I send you my love.